Alright, boys and girls, we have a really awesome final at our hand, the grand final of the North American VersaSphere.net Invitational, and we have Symbiote Gaming going up against Team Snowflake again. Like, they met in the winners bracket final already, and the games were absolutely awesome. I love them. 3 maps, and the last one was super close, and the games before that were also pretty exciting. Now we have them going up in, well, at least 1, maybe even 2 best of 3s. Team Snowflake is coming from the winner bracket, so they have an advantage here. They only need to win a single best of 3. On the other hand, we have Symbiote Gaming coming from the losers bracket, and if they want to take it against Snowflake, they have to win 2 best of 3s in a row. And it's going to be absolutely awesome. We have Symbiote Gaming, and Symbiote Gaming was the team where everybody said for like the longest time, okay, this is the team that you have to beat on the North American server if you want to be the best. And they've been dominating so many competitions and have been taking down teams left and right. Now suddenly Snowflake comes along and is shitting all over them basically in the winner brackets final, and Symbiote wasn't too happy about that at all. So they are now going back into that grand final and then just say like, alright, we are going to take you down, we're going to take you down hard. This is a revenge match for them. There's pride on the line and a lot more than that. So we're going into this game and we have the first best of 3 starting right now, and these games are going to be epic. So I hope that you guys are going to be ready for them. I know that I certainly am, and we're going to jump into best of 3, number 1 right now, in the winner in the grand final of the VersaSphere NA Invitational, Team Snowflake versus Symbiote Gaming. Alright ladies, it is on! Black Hearts Bay, haha, look at that. Reminds you of something, right? First map back then in the winners bracket final between Snowflake and Symbiote, and now it's also the first map that we have here in the grand final, in the first best of 3, map number 1. And well, let's not waste any time, let's introduce our players. To the left we have Team Snowflake with Idra on the Tychus, Keelax on the Uther, Chillatech on Stitches, LZ Gamer on Rhaegar, and Faye on Reyna. Once again, a combo where we see Rhaegar for Bloodlust, and then we have, instead of the Tassadar this time, the Tychus for the Odin form, and Reyna, of course, who has just, you can really use that additional speed on the attacks and the movement speed, of course. So that's going to be great for Reyna, great for the Tychus, therefore the Bloodlust combo that we see here for the team. And with Stitches and a potential Uther stun right behind it, also a really nice setup for the fights. On the other hand, we have to the right side of the map currently Team Symbiote Gaming, who just crushed in the losers bracket Glorious Gaming with the 2-0 victory. Dreadnought on the Tyrael, Arthalon on the Zagara, we have KO on Falstad, Soldier on Arthas, and Matt Timmy this time on the Brightwing. Going over the bands real quick, we had Vala and Tassadar banned. So with Tassadar banned, we needed the Tychus here for the Bloodlust combo, and Idra, of course, this time therefore not on the Vala either. So pretty interesting to see that here, especially since we have immediately Stitches being picked up by Chillatech. So boys, let's see how that's gonna work for the 2 teams. I'm super excited for this. Last time we actually saw Symbiote Gaming with a pretty interesting opening, trying to flank the team here and just capturing one of the basically creeps. There was creep lanes, and trying to put a bit of pressure on the mid lane. Not sure if they're going to do that again this time. Arthalon is already looking down towards the bottom lane for some pressure play, whereas we have 4 heroes moving in. With the false start, you could always fly in and grab the watchtower here to see where exactly the opponent's team is approaching. We're going to find out in just a second if he's actually going to do that. Whereas we have Rhaegar down to the bottom with LZ Gamer playing the Rhaegar in this game. Falstad is starting to jump in, and there he is in all his beauty. He's riding Griffin, and he's riding it hard. And we have at the same time, of course, now with the vision granted, Team Snowflake just waiting it out for now. Chillatech with the vision would have been happy to just drop a quick hook in there. Running, of course, with a Pimp Stitches skin. And down to the bottom lane, we have that battle between Rhaegar and Arthalon. So Zagara already starting with the creep spread. Rhaegar is a great hero to have on a solo lane just because it's so difficult to take him down. He can always just jump into the wolf form and run away, and he also has the heal for the sustain. An attempt to go up to the top lane with 3 heroes. We have 1 versus 1 in the mid lane. Top lane is being contested. The chests are gonna spawn in just a second. Hook against Soldier, and a bit of damage done there as the chests are already in place. Keelax and Dreadnought fighting it out. Dreadnought here definitely with a good momentum going for him, but Chillatech is now on the way, and there it is, the chest drops, so we'll drop it just in a second, and it looks like the coins are going to go to Team Symbiote Gaming. KO in trouble, needs to move back here. Goes down, well done by Idra, dishing the DPS out and taking down KO, getting the first blood. down to the bottom lane. Who got the coins? 4 on Arthalon, 1 on LZ Gamer. In the middle, we still have the fountain here, or the thingy, the sights thing, the watchtower. Yep, that's the word that I was looking for. Heavily contested by both teams, but still under the control of Symbiote Gaming. Keelax has a single coin, so most of the coins right now are in the possession of Symbiote Gaming, but of course they have to turn them in. They're still waiting late, they're seeing Chillatek completely out of position. Where's the body block? There it is. Soldier moving in, and Chillatek is in so much trouble, and bam, there he goes down. Ugly Stitches. He just wanted to play and he was taken down here. I think now he's probably a little bit more reluctant about announcing how happy he is that in the Nexus everybody has to play with Stitches. Faye on the top lane on Reyna, still soaking up the XP, but it looks like Arthalon might actually, look at that creep spread. That's beautiful, really well done. Idra is trying to clean it up as fast as he can, whereas we have the minicams taken by Soldier and Dreadnought. That's 8 coins amongst the two of them already. To the top lane we have Matt Timmy. You can always just jump in with another quick teleport into the mid lane to help out here, so they go for the first turn in. We have Chillatek taking on the Siege Giants and not only gathering up those coins but also putting some pressure on the bottom lane. No Ghost Ship just yet, but with Arthalon, if he turns in, then we will have the first one for Symbiote Gaming, and there it is. Ghost Ship for them, level 5 versus level 5, 1 kill for each team. And God, I'm so happy that we have these two teams in the grand final. I love the winner bracket final between them, and this is hopefully going to be as exciting as the first time that they met was. So we have Hydra now pushing down all those creep tumors, but Grenadier is a really good tool to do that, and he is doing a great job. Arthalon is already shedding a silent tear here, and is like, did that really have to, like, did you really have to do that? I mean, like, I was really working down here to get the creep spread like this, and now you come in and ruin it all. But he gets a bit of support, not only by the Siege Giants, but also by Dreadnought and Soldier. Going for the Night Camp too. At the top lane though, False, that is lying in wait, trying to take Faye down, together with Matt Timmy and a quick polymorph. And there it is, where's the polymorph? Should happen in just a second, doesn't get it in. Or did already, so no kill just there. Down at the bottom, the Knights not taken, was contested by Team Snowflake. And we have a bit of a turn-in attempt here, apparently. Ooh, Soldier and Dreadnought moving in, going up against LZ Gamer, and there's no way for him to survive this. There's way too much DPS. It's a 4 versus 3 with a 5th hero even jumping in. KO just in case, flying in. Of course, they're missing out on a bit of experience in the middle and the top lane, but they have not only the kill, but also now the opportunity to take the Knights down here at the bottom. A hook against Dreadnought gets him out of position for a second, but he jumps back with a quick throw of his sword here, so no problem whatsoever for them to take those Knights. Nice blockade. The mid lane now pushed hard against the wall there, but I don't think that Keelax and Faye will be able to do too much damage. Another attempt to turn in 6 coins. In terms of map control, Symbiote Gaming is really doing a great job here. They have 2 kills against 1. They are a little bit behind in experience on the other hand, because level 8 already here for Team Snowflake, level 7, now level 8 for Symbiote Gaming, but a lot more coins for Symbiote. So they're doing a great job at just controlling the map, controlling the camps, at least on their side, and turning in those coins. The chests are now going to be super important. We have 2 heroes down in the bottom lane, and I don't think that Zagara will be able to do anything here, but at the top lane that means we have a 4 versus 3, actually versus 2 in this case. So it's just once again a split between the chests, 5 coins for each team, with Reyna up here at the top, Faye trying to just get up the experience, and Faye is moving in to contest that for now. We have Bright being used by Matt Timmy to get those knights as quickly as possible, and the Ghost Ship now for Snowflake. And with the Ghost Ship that they have, they could actually... Oh, it's actually Ghost Ship for Symbiote Gaming, my bad. We have level 9 or level 9 for both teams, but the first fort is gone. The first fort is gone, and the second one is going to be attacked by the Ghost Ship in just a few seconds. We won't be able to take it down, like, don't worry about that, but still, the wall is going to be breached here, and that might lead to a push later on that drops the fort, or of course, the next Ghost Ship is going to take care of that. But quite some damage done here already by a Fountain. No more heals on this one. And down to the bot lane, we have Zagara moving up against Idra. Level 10 for both teams. And let's take a look at the talents here. We have Commander Odin for the Tychus. Bloodlust will be picked up by Rhaegar. He didn't get the chance to do that just yet, but there's no question what's going to be the heroic ability for him. Rhaena's Raiders, Gorge on the Stitches. Stitches, by the way, with more of a sustain build that he has here. So not going for slam build, but for sustain instead, for the big front line setup so they can take the damage. Divine Storm on the Uthia is definitely going to help him with this. And we have now Judgment, Maw, Shock and Awe, Army of the Dead, and Blink Heal here for Team Symbiote Gaming. So kind of the builds that you would expect with the Brightwing going for the Bribe here. Standard soldier build on the Arthurs. So not a lot of bigger surprises here with the healing totem here for the Rhaegar for a bit of additional heal, and Idra chose Vampiric Assault to have the additional sustain. So let's see how that's gonna work out for the teams once the first team fight starts. Especially Chillatek with the 7 coins needs to be careful. But on the other hand, if you have 7 coins, you would love them to be in Stitches, especially if you play such a sustained build that we have seen in the talent tree just a few seconds ago. But another turn in here already for Symbiote Gaming. They are really doing a good job at that. Not a lot of kills in the game yet. Both teams with a lot of respect for each other, which is no surprise after the first best of 3 that they played. But we have now a bit of a move here up at the Golem. They're not really taking it just yet though. Chillatek, is caught off guard and he has 7 coins. They need to make sure that he doesn't die. The hook against Soldier and the Gorge, followed by the Judgment. Dreadnought is saving Soldier's ass, and here comes the fight with the Maud already active. Oh god, Chillatek is gonna drop those coins. He's dropping the coins, and look at the amazing Shock and Awe against those 3 heroes that came out of the Maud. The timing perfect. And Uther is dropping as a result as well. All those coins and the fort now for Symbiote Gaming. That was a spectacular fight. Initiated, quite like ridiculous as it may seem, initiated by Team Snowflake, since we saw the hook and the Gorge, and it forced the reaction out of Team Symbiote Gaming. Immediately the Judgment by Dreadnought and that Maw by Arthur. So great, shutting 2 of your heroes out, allowing the kill on the Stitches, and then KO with an amazing Shock and Awe, just perfectly timed, taking the damage HP down on 2 of the heroes. Now suddenly they can just move back. They have the Golem pushing up at the top. They have the opportunity to heal up. They have the coins that they need. They have 5 coins on Soldier. We have a coin on Mattimi. We have Arthelon with no coins whatsoever, but 6 on Dreadnought. And as you can see, KO is gonna pick up 2 as well. So an absolutely great fight that we had there for them. And that Golem is pushing it to the 4 behind it. They're 2 levels ahead suddenly. There's so much momentum going now for Symbiote Gaming. It's absolutely amazing for them. They just move into the middle, they turn it in, they will get another ship on of this. And we have at the bottom Zagara already pushing in, trying to take the wall down so that there will no... actually, it's going to waste quite a few of grenades against that. Are they going to get the wall? Yes, they're going to get it. Okay, so that tower is also down. Great for them. The more buildings they destroy right now, the more of the... Okay, they didn't need to get wasted that one bombardment here. But yeah, they're getting another fort without any problems whatsoever. Snowflake didn't want to fight there. They know they are down a very important talent. But look at how many coins there still are. That's nearly another ship that they have. That's 14 coins right there on Team Symbiote Gaming. And they should not overextend, and they don't do that. They move back already. Looks like the Knights are going to be up in a second. They're going to capture those Knights, and they're going to go for another turn. And that's another ship that they have right there. And they are already 1 level up. And they will be getting very close to take down an entire keep if they go for the turn-in again. Oh my god, the chests as well in the middle of the map now. Suddenly we have Symbiote moving in, taking the first chest. They might even get the second chest actually, because Snowflake is busy dealing with the Knights down here at the bottom. They lost all momentum. They lost the entire momentum on the map with that one team fight up at the top, and now here we go with another ship. Or can they contest it? Is it going to be the ship, or will they contest it? Well, there are the turn-ins, and yes, that's the ghost ship right there. And immediately they turn around to fight this. Here comes the Howling Blast against Chillatek. He's at the front. He's the one that they want to be attacked. Chillax moves into the ultimate, going for the stun. The Maw once again hitting Idra. The DPS is out of the game already. Shock and Awe being used perfectly here. Chillatek in trouble, and he's the first one to die. We have the rest of the team already moving in. LZ Gamer in trouble. Idra already moving back on the Odin. It's a 5 versus 4, and they are hunting them down 1 by 1. LZ Gamer not standing a chance here, running away, but not escaping his fate. Idra is about to die too. That would be the 3rd kill here in this team fight for Symbiote Gaming, and they get it easy peasy. Level 15 now versus level 13. 7 kills against 1. and always those additional bombardments going down on the structures. That keep is already history, and they move. Oh my god, they have the timing here down cold to take the knights as well. That's another potential push. They can still get the chest in the middle. They can get the mini camps. That's another 9 points right there, and they might just go for it. Matt Timmy is moving back, but he's getting hooked by Stitches. Blink peels back. Then we have a Howling Blast to save his retreat. They have 6 coins amongst the 3 of them already. Down here, Arthalon with another 6, and we have Dreadnought with another 2. If they get the mini camps after the Knights, they have another Ghost ship right there, and that ship would drop another keep. Level 16 already. The 16 talent is there, and the only thing that Snowflake can do right now is just jump in and try to take a team fight. They need the perfect setup with the Bloodlust, need to get that in, and then really drop one target after another. The likeliest first target for them is either going to be Falstad, Zagara, or maybe even the Brightwing. They cannot focus on Tyrael or Arthas, or they will just waste too much time here. But they're trying to just force Team Symbiote Gaming out of position a bit by threatening the bottom fort. And there is a reaction immediately. KO with a fly-in. They want to save this. They want to save the keep. They want to save the bottom lane. Soldier is already moving in on the Arthas. He has Stone Skin right now. He's so difficult to drop, and I don't think that Symbiote Gaming will be able to do this. And it looks more and more like we have Symbiote Gaming just going straight into the middle of the map. They have so many coins, and they have the 16 talent. They want to fight. They want to have that fight. Of course, they would like to turn in first, but still, they would like to get that fight because they have an advantage in the team battle. Here comes the turn in. That's another Ghost ship, and therefore another keep is about to drop. Down here, on the other hand, this is the fight that they've been waiting for. Where's the Bloodlust? Chillatek is already down in HP. Here comes the great stun by Uther. Bloodlust. Oh, he has Ancestral Healing, doesn't he? Oh my, nope. There we go. Another attempt against Chillatek. He's nearly dying then. Matt Timmy is about to go down as well. Chillatek is dying to Reyna's Raiders. And we have 2 healers down, 3 healers down, 4 down as Rhaegar now dies as well. And here goes also in the end then Reyna and Tychus. It looks like we really have Ancestral Healing here being used. I actually assumed so far that he just didn't get a good Bloodlust off. Maybe I'm wrong, but we're going to see that in a second. With that team wipe, of course, the game is going to end here as the entire team Symbiote Gaming moves into the core. And it's a dominant performance in game number 1, winning the match and taking the 1-0 lead in the first best of 3. It's really Ancestral Healing on the Rhaegar. I didn't think they would go for that, so my apologies. I really didn't see that happening in the last fight. I just saw it in the last battle that he was trying to use it. I'm a bit surprised by that. I really thought that with the Reyna and the Tychus in the comp, they would try to go for the Bloodlust here, but apparently they thought that they don't have enough sustain. It's a bit interesting to me to see that, especially since we have Uther and Rhaegar. That's so much healing that I would have bet money for them to get the Bloodlust. I'm really curious if that was just a misclick, if that was just LZ Gamer by accident picking the wrong talent, which happens every now and then, or if it was really a conscious choice that they said, okay, with the comp that we're running here, we need to have the additional heal because they focus us down way too hard with Falstad, with Zagara, and the Judgment on the Tyrell. So I'm pretty interesting I really have to talk to them about it, because this surprises me a little bit, to be honest. In the end, though, it was a very dominant performance that we had there by Symbiote Gaming anyways. The fight at the top, where they were able to get in total, I think, nearly 10 coins from Team Snowflake, where they kind of wiped the entire team, that was really, really what started to change the pace of the game and also the momentum. Suddenly, everything shifted in favor of Symbiote Gaming because they knew how to run with it. When to turn in, when to get the mercenary camps, controlling the middle of the map, controlling the flow of the game. So we have the lead in the first best of 3 series in the grand final. It goes to Symbiote Gaming. Snowflake has to win 2 maps in a row now if they want to win this best of 3 and therefore also claim the grand final. If Team Symbiote Gaming wins the first best of 3, they will still have to fight a second best of 3 to claim the title here in the NA Invitational. So let's just not waste any time. Let's just jump straight into game number 2 here at the VersaSphere NA Invitational between Team Snowflake and Symbiote Gaming. Dragonshire is map number 2. First game in the series was Blackheart's Bay, where Symbiote Gaming took the 1-0 lead over Team Snowflake in this first best of 3 of the grand final. And Symbiote Gaming played a beautiful game after they won the team fight up at the top lane, and from there on they just rolled over Team Snowflake, dominating the map, taking the momentum, the advantage that they have to control the mercenaries and also the coins, didn't allow for any mistakes, and won the game after a few more minutes. So really well done, but we saw how strong Snowflake is. We saw them in action in the winners bracket final against this very team. Now it's map number 2, it is Dragonshire, and let's have a look at what kind of lineup both teams are running this time. As you can see, to the right side we currently have Team Snowflake once again with Idra on the Tychus, Keelex on the Rhaegar, Chillatech on the Arthurs, Falstad played by LZ Gamer, and Faye playing Stitches. So a pretty interesting lineup here for them. Rhaegar, not quite sure if they're going to go for the Bloodlust or the Ancestral Healing this time. Was a bit confused to not see them pick Bloodlust in the last game, considering that they are only having one healer in their composition in this game, and also neither Reyna nor Tacita to work with Bloodlust. In addition to Tychus, I could really see them pick the Ancestral Healing in game number 2 here, but I'm definitely going to double check. We have LZ Gamer here with a Falstad hero that we've seen a lot in the last few games. Stages, always good to just get one of the hooks in, get a bit of a 4 versus 5 going and just initiate a fight. But looking at the team that we have facing them on the right side of the map in red, we have Arthalon on Zagara, KO on Vala, Soldier on Tacita, Matt Timmy this time with a Furin, which is a pretty interesting choice, and I actually like it quite a lot. Brightwing is being played by Dreadnought here, and it's really interesting that we do not see Uther in either one of these teams, because the bans were Tyrael and Sonya, and I'm not really surprised to see a Tyrael ban here. We've been talking about this already a bit, that Tyrael is kind of a must-have hero these days. If he's not banned, he's picked, but the same is also true for the Uther. So I'm a little bit surprised that Uther is not picked by either one of the teams, and that we instead see Malfurion and Brightwing and Rhaegar. So all 3 of those healers picked over the Uther. Pretty interesting, and especially the Malfurion pick is one that you don't see all that often in the competitive play. Usually it's Uther, Rhaegar or Brightwing that you see here. Malfurion played a bit less, but we have a double healer line up again for Symbiote Gaming. We do not really have a big frontliner for them. The only frontline hero that they have right now is, if you so want, Tacita, that can go into the Archon form on level 10, but they don't have, let's say, they don't have an Arthurs, they don't have Stitches, they don't have a Sonya, for example. They are missing this hero that can just take a lot of damage. Even the Chen is something that we've seen occasionally in this role, even though he's rather new to the game, and therefore teams are still experimenting with him. So a pretty interesting lineup that we have here. A lot of DPS, especially those 3 heroes up here at the top, with a lot of potential DPS for the team. And Malfurion and Brightwing, of course, have quite a lot of disable on them as well, with a Polymorph and a Root. But let's see how exactly this is gonna work out for them now. We have to the left side players already getting in position. That is rather a big map that we see here, and for now we have in the middle Soldier already positioned. It's not really a ganky lineup that they have. There's not a lot of stun that we see for Symbiote Gaming. We have the Root as a disable and a bit of a lockdown, but not much more than that. You can count in the Polymorph, of course, but I highly doubt that they're really going to try and run with a gank squad. On the other hand, we could see that with Snowflake, since they have the Arthurs in here. If Chillatech gets a good Howling Blast off, then especially the DPS of Idra on the Tychus could really drop a hero very fast. But for now, it's a lineup where both teams are focusing on the bottom lane with the Moonshrine. Again, the reason is pretty simple. We have an additional camp down here that they can always take if they dominate the lane. So that's what you're kind of hoping for. That's why you put most of your attention, most of your heroes at the bottom lane. Pretty traditional setup. No shenanigans by neither one of the teams. No setups here to take an early kill or anything like that. It's up at the top, Arthurs and Brightwing in the middle, the Stitches versus the Tacita, and down here, as you can see, we have one healer with Matt Timmy and KO and Arthalon for the DPS and for the pushing power. Pretty similar setup in terms of roles that we see for Team Snowflake, with Keelex being the healer and then Idra and LZ Gamer for the damage. So there's definitely a bit of a meta evolving. You can see both teams looking at the same roles and distributing them across the map. But let's see who's going to be able to put his first mark onto the game here. It is game number 2, therefore if Symbiote Gaming is able to take it, then they would win the first best of 3 and would fight a second best of 3 against Team Snowflake. On the other hand, if Snowflake takes Dragonshire, then we would go into map number 3 where they have another chance to win the best of 3 and therefore the grand final. Up at the top, a bit of damage done here already to Brightwing. The shrines are spawning and that's where the action begins, with the bottom lane currently being dominated by Symbiote Gaming. They have the Dragon Shrine already. Up to the top, it looks like we're gonna see Chiller Tech take the Sunshine as well, so that leaves the middle wide open, where we could see a quick sneak in if Faye is being pushed back by Soldier. And Soldier is already looking for an opportunity to get the first Dragonite here, as down to the bottom lane we have a lot of damage dealt towards Kilex, so if they need to heal at some point, we could see a rotation towards the mid lane and trying to take your shrine. The opposite is for a second the case. It looks like Soldier is moving in here and trying to rotate to the bottom. Abandons the idea though, as the rest of the team is already pushing the Snowflake back pretty hard. But the top is still dominated by Chiller Tech, who has control over the shrine. So the problem really is that Dreadnought can't take the shrine up here. So it's a 1-1 split between the two of them, and doesn't really look like Dreadnought even wants to take it. Each team has one shrine right now, and well, we see the bottom still being pushed pretty hard. So no attempt to sneak in a Dragonite just yet, with the shrine at the top missing. No rotation away from the bottom. I guess for Symbiote Gaming there's not really a reason to rotate away right now with how much they dominate the bottom lane, but they won't be able to do much more than take those 2 watchtowers, I think. We have actually Malfurion moving into the middle lane, so Faye suddenly is confronted by 2 heroes, but that also puts a bit of an imbalance to the bottom lane, where we have a 3 versus 2 now in favor of Team Snowflake, and that allows them to maybe take control of the shrine here. That would even give them control of 2 shrines. But where's Malfurion? Yes, he's back to business down at the bottom lane, was just trying to put some aggression up to the top so Soldier could go and heal up, I guess. Faye here, half HP and up to the top. We still have Chiller Tech dominating the Sunshine. To the bottom of the map, it's still that 3 versus 3 that we have there. Both teams soaking all 3 lanes, not going for mercenary camps, just trying to stand and push those lanes in, and especially Symbiote Gaming is doing that very, very well. The towers are already gone, and at this point Snowflake has to realize that they need to change something up. Especially with Kilex now TPing out, we suddenly have a rotation towards the top with Soldier, the shrine being taken here. Chiller Tech is very low in HP. Down to the bottom lane, it's even more pressure now against the front and especially against the towers here, since we have a 3 versus 2. Rhaegar is just now moving back, so everything is going really well here for Symbiote Gaming. So much aggression out of them. I mean, the DPS that we see here is gigantic, and especially as both of the other lanes are kind of cancelling each other out, the bottom lane is where shit happens. So once again, going straight for that fountain, and once the fountain is gone, and there it is, it's going to be even harder for the team to really protect that fort. It's going to be pretty iffy. Up at the top, Dreadnought and Chiller Tech still fighting it out, and Chiller Tech is actually starting to lose quite some hit points here. If he's forced back, that would give the control of 2 shrines to Symbiote Gaming, and they are doing really well here. Even that camp that we have captured by Snowflake doesn't really help them here. They're losing the camp too, and already the first damage dealt towards the fort. Just those banelings with so much pressure play. And look, both shrines are suddenly under the control of Symbiote, and they are moving in. Here comes the hook against Soldier. Chiller Tech is in the middle of the map as well, and Elsa Gamer is jumping in as Dreadnought is going in too. Both teams are starting to really put heavy pressure on the mid lane to prevent that Dragonite from happening. At least Snowflake is doing that. We have Symbiote Gaming, of course, attempting to take the first one. That would give them even more pushing power. It would be absolutely amazing for them, and they get it. They get it. They get the Dragonite, and down to the bottom lane we have Arthlon going ham on the first fort here. So now with the Dragonite, they cannot only take the bottom fort, they might be able to just rotate afterwards and go straight for the middle as well. Up at the top, Soldier is now switching with Brightwing, starting to soak the experience, and a lot of momentum going strong for Symbiote Gaming here. Snowflake is struggling to control this game, and it's just like straight up pushing so far for Symbiote Gaming, with an amazing job here, especially by Arthlon, who just does so much damage against those structures. Dreadnought with the Dragonite punt, Idra trying to escape the Breath of Fire here, but that fort is definitely a goner. There's no way they can save that. Level 10 already, and ooh, with the 10, are we gonna see those heroic abilities coming into play? Doesn't really look like it just yet. Only level 9 for Snowflake. They cannot fight here. They cannot fight, and they know it. They need to be careful. They have the 10 now as well. That's the time when they can start taking fights again.
especially with the creep. We see a lot of control here thanks to the Zagara, and also of course the vision. Brightwing with a quick camp snipe here down to the bottom lane, getting those siege giants. LZ Gamer is still soaking up the experience at the top though. That helps them a bit, but we have another move towards another camp at the middle lane. Getting 2 siege giant camps is definitely going to help them control the flow of the battle, as we see the night camps, the hard camps now taken by Team Snowflake. Level 11 versus level 10. That advantage is still there for Symbiote, and they are starting to push in the mid lane. They're done with the bottom, they're going straight for the middle now. They want to get another fort. At the bottom lane, on the other hand, we still have Idra soaking up XP, and that allows them to close that gap very easily, since we see Symbiote Gaming lose a bit experience because they don't have a heartbeat on each of the lanes, but we still have them capturing one camp after another, and that is still putting pressure onto Team Snowflake. And once those shrines are up again, we will see them try to control them as fast as possible to sneak in the second Dragon Knight. Up at the top, the push is met by 4 heroes actually. And there's a lot going on in the map right now. Both teams very active with the mercenary camp, actively trying to push here as well. And of course always looking maybe for a setup with a quick hook by Faye to get something in here. Without the Uther, there's no follow-up stun on the hook target though, so it needs to be the Gorge. And actually talking about it, we're going to take a look at the talents here real quick. It is the Ancestral Healing. This time we are right on the money with our predictions on Kilax's ultimate for the Rhaegar. No Bloodlust, doesn't make too much sense with only the Odin form here. No Reyna to follow that up, no Tacita. We have the Gorge on the Stitches, and the rest of the abilities is pretty much what you would expect here, with Tranquility on the Malfurion for the heals, the Emerald Wind on the Brightwing, Archon, Tacita, Strafe for KO, and of course the Maw once again here for Zagara. One interesting thing on the other hand is that we have a very extraordinary build on KO, going for a multi-shot build. And that's something that I actually have never really seen. It's an interesting choice for the map as well. Builds like this sometimes happen on Haunted Mines, when you're trying to just take down as many of those skulls and the skeletons down in the bottom of the mines, or maybe on Garden of Terror, where you try to collect the seeds. But having it on this map is an interesting choice, and that also explains a lot why we saw so much damage being dealt to the bottom lane. They were really trying to go for more of a push lineup than anything else here, and with a multi-shot I guess they could eliminate those creep waves instantly, and that helped them a lot here. So interesting choice here for Symbiote Gaming. I really like that we have a bit of a variation in builds, and so far it worked out quite well for them, at least when it comes to their pushing abilities. One more thing that we might have to point out here is that we have double healing ward here taken for Tacita and Malfurion, and also a slam build on Faye compared to the build that we saw Chillatech run in the last game on the Blackheart's Bay, where he was trying to go more for a sustain build. So one thing to keep in mind here as well. But especially Vala it's an interesting choice. I'm really interested to see how that's going to affect her hero damage, and also how much pushing we will actually see. This is definitely a pusher lineup that we have here for them, with Vala going for such a talent build, and them also wrecking now the mid lane suddenly. So in kills, not a single kill just yet, but the game itself still pretty cool actually, to see them just go for such a heavy aggression against Team Snowflake. They must have been really angry after losing in the winner bracket final, considering how strongly they start to put the pressure onto Team Snowflake in this game. The shrines are up again, and the bottom shrine is right away taken by Symbiote Gaming, with Brightwing already moving towards the top to take the Sun Shrine. But it's 5 heroes down at the bottom lane, and let's see if they can contest it. If they can grab the shrine, it would be great. Oh, the hook against Soldier and the phase shift following that up immediately. KO already in. Oh, the strafe! But KO! Oh, the first kill nearly on Arthalon, but he moves back. Soldier is in position, but Vala gets dropped, got the strafe in already, so I guess it could have been worse, but the damage has been dished out already. The problem is, of course, that the first kill goes to Team Snowflake here, and Symbiote Gaming, with only 4 heroes in the battle, has to retreat for now, especially against Idra's Odin. So that battle not ending in favor of Symbiote Gaming at all. And, well, with Vala dropping, she got the ultimate in, she got the strafe in, that was the most important part. Not really all that much damage with the arrow here, and especially not with the right click, because of the talent build that she chose. She'll attack on the Dragon Knight, and that of course is starting to really turn the tide here a bit. Finally, some siege damage done by Symbiote Gaming. They are moving in with another nice breath of fire, and the entire team is converging towards the middle to get the damage in here. But Chilla Tech could really need a heal. Rhaegar is not doing too much healing power against the Dragonite just yet, but that wall at least is breached. That's exactly Dragonite in the game, so he's starting to scale here a bit. But I don't think that they contest the fort map, not with the Dragonite already being this low. And all 5 heroes up for Symbiote Gaming. How is Symbiote Gaming going to react to this? We have already Snowflake starting to move towards the top and bottom lane to soak up experience there and to abandon the aggression. Ooh, the punt by Chillatek is actually putting him way to the front, and even, yes, he gets immediately hit by the Shrink Ray. Here comes the Ancestral Heal, another ultimate by KO. I actually really like the battle momentum used on Vala. I personally run that build too, because you can basically use a strafe in every single fight, especially if you have Rancor as your first talent, which is not the case in this game, but the battle momentum really working well on Vala just because she can use all of her spell flags so often, get the damage in, and the more important part is really to have strafe available one time after another. Sometimes in a long battle you can even use it twice, and that makes for a lot of DPS against the opponent's team. The Maw here at the front, initiating that even a bit. We have now suddenly a Howling Blast, Frozen Tempest, everything up, but we see the Siege Giants pushing for the team. Vala is moving back towards the camp. She had to abandon the attempt to take the Knights just because, to take the Siege Giants, just because there wasn't a battle about to start at the bottom lane. So another camp taken. Level 15 already for Snowflake. They start to get an advantage here in experience. It's a slight advantage that they have, but it's definitely there. And we will see the 15 soon enough for Symbiote Gaming as well. But still, bottom lane is being pushed by Siege Giants now. We have a Dreadnought and the rest of the team starting to get in position. They know there's a push coming towards the keep. At least they suspect it, but it could also be the Knights being captured. The Knights just popped up again, and yes, Snowflake is moving back, trying to get those. Still no 15 for Symbiote, but they're pushing in the top lane with all 5 heroes, and therefore the Knight camp has to be abandoned. They need to defend here, but the wall is breached, and the only thing that Symbiote is saying is like, well, see you guys later, we're moving back for now. And this is another thing where they can really do so much damage with the composition that they're running. The multi-shot build together with the Zagara and the rest of the team, they move in, they do the damage, and they move back immediately. They drop 1 or 2 structures, and then they head back. And that's what they've been doing for a long time right now. And the only thing that Snowflake can do is react to that and kind of try to predict where they're gonna hit next. Once again, we have them here at the bottom, going for the Siege Giants, and the Siege Giants will put pressure on that fort here. With the shrines up, we have also already the lower shrine taken by Symbiote Gaming, the top shrine under the control of Snowflake. And Knights pushing in the top lane now as well. That's getting a bit iffy, especially since we have the keep already, or the fort already exposed. So KO is most likely gonna go towards the top and meeting that Knight push, especially with his multi-shot build. He will definitely want to try to get 1 or 2 of the shots in. And they do that immediately, as they need to start capturing the top shrine, because down here at the bottom we have Stitches taking the Sun Shrine. So they're trading shrine for shrine right now. Very, very important to not risk another Dragon Knight here. 1 kill in the game, but like so much aggression, especially against structures. Look, there it is again. They're trading a fort for a fort now, top against bottom. On the other hand, we still have that wall breach, so they're going to be much, much faster with this push. And I don't think they're going to stop there. They have the Knights, and they're just going to go straight for the keep. And wow, LZ Gamer and his team, they cannot take the fort. They have to Hearthstone it back to save the bottom keep. And there it is. They're breaching the wall. What a great tactical decision here made by Symbiote Gaming. Very well done. Even though Idra's team has the experience lead, Snowflake in a slightly XP lead here for a bit. They're just losing too many structures. It's so much pressure. Ooh, but the Gorge by Faye. I'm not quite sure if that's going to help them though. Yeah, definitely going to help them. Faye is down, surrounded by 3 turrets and a fort. There's no surviving this. But it was still very well done what we saw there with the moves. That hook, of course, by Faye was great. Gave them another kill. They have the 17 now over the 16. But we just saw several times now how fast they can drop structures, and that's an important thing to note here. We have 1 shrine for each team again, top shrine taken by LZ Gamer now, but with 5 heroes up, we have Snowflake now in a position where they want the Dragon Knight. They're saying, well, you are 1 hero down, we can break that, can take that shrine, but Symbiote Gaming is basically playing catch with them. They're just going to the top, going to the middle, going to the bottom, capturing a shrine after another. They're saying no to the Dragon Knight. They say no, no you can't. They're not allowing it now. But then we have Snowflake just finally conceding and saying like, alright, we might not get the Dragonite, but we're definitely going to get that shitty fort down at the bottom, and I dare you to try and defend it. Well, the fort is down. Soldier at least moved in. The rest of the team is moving in too. Chillatek, is he out of position here? Using the Frozen Tempest. Can they catch him? Doesn't look likely. As we have LZ Gamer already going in. Chillatek, where's the Horrible ability? Nice use of more here. Well, we have the hook phase shift being used. KO with the ultimate immediately. This, the shotgun or saving Chillatek for a second. Heroes moving out of position. Chillatek not down yet either, but the entire team Snowflake is so low in HP. Chillatek is in trouble, healing himself once again, but he drops in the end. Soldier moving back somehow on the Tassadar without dying is getting healed up by the Malfurion, and it's a 5 versus 4 now with Arthur's gone, and of course such a key role on the Arthurs. And it looks like the only thing that Symbiote is trying to achieve here is capturing another Dragonite. It was their first kill. We still have the experience advantage for Snowflake, but there is, the attempt to go up to the top, but the Dragonite is there already. Falls dead a bit too late with a fly in to capture the top shrine. Dreadnought has the DK and he is moving in with this. It's still a 5 versus 4. The bottom lane has to be protected though, and that's where KO moves in, who with his multi-shot goes straight for that build, trying to make that work here and push back those mercenaries. Whereas in the middle it's a 4 versus 4 with another punt attempt by Dreadnought. Nice conversion here. And of course now as the siege shines at the bottom lane are eliminated, Vala is back to business. The same is true for Arthurs though, and another punt against Idra this time. He's definitely out of the fight for now, and that keep is most likely going to drop with now Zagara dishing out the damage and Dreadnought still on the DK. Another punt by him. Look at him, like he should be a striker in a soccer team. Like this guy is doing so much. That was the 3rd goal that he was able to score there. Is he going to get another one? He has the hat trick. Maybe he go for another kick. Nope, not this time. He just saves the retreat of the team with another Breath of Fire. Level 18 versus 18. It's 3 forts against 5, and the top lane is also still alive and kicking. So pretty interesting game that we see here. Very different approaches to how to play it. We have with the Dragonite up also the mercenary camps gone. They will be back in just a few seconds. The DK shouldn't last too much longer. There it is. Dreadnought is back to business. He has double bribe also available, so they can go and start bribing camps again, especially that bottom camp looks pretty juicy, but they're trying to contest the mercenary camp to the left for a second. Don't have the entire team in position, so a bit of a futile attempt. But it looks like Idra and Team Snowflake are trying for the bottom camp as well. That bribe could be there. Faye missing a hook, trying to catch one of the heroes out of position. 18 for both teams. There comes the bribe, moving in and pushing them back in the mid lane. Alright, so we have the Siege Shines pushing in. Siege Shines versus Siege Shines. And Vala with the attempt to push back those. Where's the multi-shot? Not being used just yet. She's still a bit in the back here. Waiting for an opportunity to drop the strafe, I guess. 2 kills against 1. And here's the attempt to maybe catch one of those heroes off guard. But Faye is always dangerous with a quick hook. And it looks like Symbiote for now just says like, you know what? It's a bit too iffy for us right now. If we are getting caught off guard here, it's not really worth it. Let's just capture the camps, go and grab our knights. And the reaction of Snowflake will of course do exactly the same. They have a bit of a scout here going on too, just making sure that they are not going to get creep checked here. Would be horrible for them if they would be attacked right when they are on top of the knights, but both teams now pushing with the knight camp on the top, cancelling each other out, and it's once again the move into the mid lane. Are they going for it? No. It's a oh wow, oh, Faye, where are you going? They need you up at the top, and they realize that too. Moving back already, not risking it to fighting a 4 versus 5. Oh, the hook! But Soldier with the move back immediately. Here comes the Archon form, and they're going straight for it. The Maw against Kilex. No heals for now. Shock and Awe only hitting Matt Timmy, who uses Tranquility right away. KO with the heroic ability. The strafe hits full on force. Has to vault back, but he still has Stitches in his range. Odin form is up, and therefore Symbiote Gaming is moving back out. They want to wait that out for now. They don't want to wait. Oh my god, that holding blast hitting 3. The Gorge by Faye after the fish hook, and they're dropping Matt Timmy. Matt Timmy is down. It's a 4 versus 5 right now. Artholon is moving in, trying to drop chill attack, but he is a bit too late for that, and the heal on Matt Timmy helps him up to half health once more. So it's a 4 versus 5. Oh god, it's a 3 versus 5, since we suddenly have Zagara dropping 2, Malfurion Zagara down. This should be a Dragonite. I mean, this has to be a Dragonite, right? I mean, at this point you have the top shrine under control. The bottom shrine is not contested though. What are they doing with this? Are they just simply pushing in and taking the fort? They could. It's a 5 versus 3. That would be an easy fort for them. They don't go for Dragonite. They abandon that idea. They could have gone for it, but they take the top fort instead. What are we seeing from Symbiote Gaming though? Oh, chill attack. Is he caught out of position there? Yeah, kinda. The Howling Blast might save him. KO is moving in with a strafe. Oh, it's not hitting it. He's not hitting the strafe, but they are starting to drop the structures down here. So the top fort is down. They eliminated the top fort down to the bottom. They're still pushing a bit. It's level 19 versus level 20. We have the 20 talent on side of Snowflake. They have that advantage. And are they pushing in with it? It's 4 kills against 1. Zagara is still not up. They're going for the bottom shrine, taken by Faye. Top shrine, they try to take it and they leave 1 or 2 heroes behind to cancel in case there is an attempt to grab the Dragonite. There it is, top shrine is being contested. The middle here, there comes the attempt, the cancel, and top shrine has been taken. Polymorph to safely get away. The hook not hitting anything this time. Still, this game is any teams to take. We have another fort threatened, but it's still 19 versus 20. You can't really fight against that, or can you? The more hitting Arthur's, not really doing anything, but just delaying what's happening there. The hook not targeting the hero, but instead just getting one of those creeps into range. When we have the 20, so we have another look at the talents. On 20, Rhaegar with a Storm Shield. Resurgent of the Storm for the Arthurs. Blast of Awe and Bolt of the Storm for Falset and Stitches. We have also a Bolt of the Storm for Zagara, whereas KO is going for the Vengeance ability, not going for the mobility with a Bolt of the Storm to have the Blink available. Twilight Archon, of course, for Tassadar. No surprises here. And Serenity and Continuous Wind have been taken. And let's take another quick look at what we see here for KO. The Vala with a multi-shot that's slow by 40% for 2 seconds. Makes a lot of sense if you focus this hard on multi-shot to get that talent too. So a really interesting build that we see from KO. And I want to just throw in the siege damage of the Vala and the hero damage. 78,000 siege damage here, and we have in terms of hero damage on the Vala still 32,000. Not able to contest the Tychus, not contesting Zagara or Tassadar. The XP contribution on the other hand, that's where Vala is currently not really looking all that good with only 24,000. She would be a great hero to clear those creep waves and take them on, but apparently not really being used on single lanes to make that happen just because she's too squishy and might be caught out of guard. But interesting choices here all around still. Idra and also Chill Attack with Relentless on their heroes to make them even a bit more beefy. And of course the Stone Skin here is helping both of them out quite a lot. We're going to jump back into the game and see how the next team fight is going to be affected by this, because that's where it really starts to matter. With both teams on 20, this is going to matter a lot. We have the second shrine taken by Team Symbiote Gaming. And well, now there's another Dragonite in the middle of the map up for grabs. Not sure if they can be there fast enough. And nope, not yet. But the bottom shrine is now being contested. And here we go once again. LZ Gamer in a bit of trouble here as he's being attacked by Vala. We have the healing ward up. Already put into place at least one of them. The entire team waiting for an opportunity to jump in. Here comes the hook against Dreadnought. Dreadnought getting gorged. The blink away by Faye. But Chill Attack is being caught off guard as well. Odin form. Dreadnought about to be dropped. Runs away. Here comes KO with the strafe. Moving in. Doing the damage against Idra. Idra caught by a root. And Brightwing is dead. And nice heal here by Rhaegar on Idra. Very well done. Saving him for now. Matt Timmy once again getting hooked. And here comes the shock and awe. 2 heroes down for Symbiote Gaming once more. Snowflake is on an absolute tear right now. They are moving in with 5 against 3, trying to kill the other 2 as well. Soldier is attempting to move back, by a Howling Blast hits him hard. The phase shift saving him for now. Shielded up once more. We have still 3 heroes up for them, but no way for Soldier to survive that. There's just way too much going ham on him. And we have this fort already complete. I mean, this is abandoned already. There's no way of saving it. Zagara is showing herself just for a second, but that's about it. can't really do anything here. Those Banelings not hitting anything either. And now with both Shrines taken, another Dragonite for Team Snowflake. 7 kills against 1. Level 21 against level 20, and the Dragonite is back to action, trying to move into the middle of the lane to take down the keep here. If they get the keep, that would be amazing for them. 2 seconds on the Brightwing, 9 on the Malfurion, 30 on the Tassadar. So they're really starting to come back to life and trying to defend that keep, but it's too late as the Dragonite just does way too much damage here against Siege Structures. So very well done here by Snowflake, and they are really starting to find their rhythm here, controlling the game, trying to breach another wall with a Breath of Fire. Easily done, of course. And now it's going to be a 5 versus 5 in just a few seconds. So the pushing strategy that we have with Symbiote Gaming working out at the beginning of the game, where they could do a lot of damage and put so much aggression on Snowflake, but now Symbiote in trouble and they know it. They lost the keep already, they're 2 levels behind and they only got a single kill in the game. Vala just doesn't have that DPS, that right click DPS that she would have with Rancor, with Manticore, and of course also with the additional DPS that she could also have had there earlier if she would have invested, for example, in her level 13 talent as well. For now, we have Chill Attack up here at the front with another Breath of Fire, trying to take those creeps down. But we have a 5 versus 5 again. So even though there is a lead for Snowflake, they need to be careful here. This is still Heroes of the Storm with an underdog bonus going strong for the team that is behind. Nice Chill Attack, trying to just block here to make sure that they can get those Siege Giants without any problem whatsoever. And you can really see that the Tyrell is missing here a bit for Symbiote Gaming. It was something that they did really well in the last game, where they used that Tyrell to initiate the fights. This time Tyrell was banned, and they've been lacking this initiation and the lockdown. Only Mad Timmy and the Polymorph on Dreadnought were the exception. Nice hook here against Dreadnought. At the same time, KO with a great ultimate against Chill Attack. Up here at the back, Mad Timmy is trying to survive using Tranquility right away. The Maw hitting 2. Here comes the... Oh my god, that... Oh, holy shit. 3 down within a second. The Maw was great, the Storms were better, and that lockdown with the root by Malfurion was also amazing. Really well done here. Suddenly it's a 5 versus 3, and look at how fast Team Symbiote Gaming is able to come back into this game. Now they're pushing with 5 versus 3. Once again, a good hook by Faye. She has some great hooks in this game. But here comes MacTimmy once again. KO should actually have another strafe very soon. They completely ignore Chill Attack. They don't give a shit about those two. They say like, yeah, you're great tanks, but you don't do the damage. Here comes the strafe that I've been talking about. Chill Attack is in trouble. The keep is down. Blink away by Zagara in the back. Chill Attack completely ignored. Finally KO turning around and taking it serious. But they're going for the core. They're just going for the core. They don't care. They want to finish the game before the rest of the team is up again. Chill Attack is moving in. Here comes another hook against Dreadnought. That core is down half HP. 10 seconds on the 3 heroes that are currently down. Chill Attack against KO. Is it gonna matter? Arthelon is nearly dead and the core is about to... The core drops. I cannot believe that. They win the game and they turn it into a 2-0. What a finish here by Symbiote Gaming. They see an opportunity after a 1 fight in the middle. They know that the death timers are so high right now. They just move down to the bottom lane. They take the keep and they advance to take the fort. With Tychus and Falstad down, there was just no DPS. Ignoring Arthur's and Stitches was the right choice here. Stitches with a slam build and 4 damage, but even that didn't really help them. So in the end, they just moved against the core and took it down. They were down 6 kills, but then with the pushing strat that they had here and that DPS against structures, they just moved in. Great movements around the core. Nearly dead here, Arthelon, also Vala low HP, but they took it and won the game. Very well done. The first best of 3 without dropping a single map goes to Team Symbiote Gaming. Very, very well done here. Hero damage in the end by Vala, still at a 60,000. On the other hand, if you look at the siege damage there, we have Idra taking the lead with 130, thanks to the grenades, of course, and the Odin form. But now we have Soldier, Arthelon, and KO following it up with the build that they've been executing here. The healing power that we have, Kilex with the Rhaegar doing a great job for his team here. Mad Timmy and Dreadnought, on the other hand, the double healers that we saw, and also Soldier with the healing ward, helping the team out quite a lot. So game number 2 ends in favor of Symbiote Gaming as well. They dominate the first best of 3 with a 2-0 against Snowflake, and that means we're seeing a second best of 3. We see a second best of 3, and Snowflake will have to change a few things up. They played an amazing winner bracket final against Symbiote Gaming where they were able to take it with a 2-1. Now actually we are going to see the second best of 3, and I couldn't be more happy, to be honest with you. We get 2 or 3 more games between these two teams in the North America Invitational, and I'm really looking forward to it. Boys, once again, upvote the video if you liked it. We are jumping into the second best of 3 in just a second. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that just yet. There's so much more content coming your way. It's definitely going to be worth it. And of course, I hope that you leave a few comments also in the comment sections, then, since we have really nice games here in this invitational so far. I'll see you in just a few in the second best of 3, the final best of 3 here at the grand final of the VersaSphere NA Invitational between Symbiote Gaming and Team Snowflake. Stay tuned.